Ironwood Games. This is Andrew, and today I'm going to start Children of Morta. This was recommended to me. It was on sale on GOG this past weekend, so I picked it up, and we're going to jump in and give it a go. So we're going to get a new save. I think I'm just going to do normal. I like to start on a low difficulty for players who want to enjoy the story with a decent amount of challenge. That sounds good. Art for experienced rogues who wouldn't even... Yeah, we're just going to do normal. And let's see what we get. So I have no idea about this game. Looks like we got some space imagery. So let's see what our intro gives us. Some kind of calamity. Darkness spreading over the world.
Margaret awoke, startled, a cold sweat clinging to her. She gathered her thoughts. Aged wood creaked, echoing through the quiet rooms. Near the house stood a shrine to Rhea Dana, goddess and daughter of the land, of Rhea and a being of comfort. Margaret sought answers. But the goddess did not speak. There was only the faint whisper of something dark, something hungry. The old seer's bones felt the weight of their age as she climbed. The only thought on her mind, has it begun again? John's mission would be a simple one. He was to investigate Rhea's greatest shrine. His mother presented him with a fresh divinity shard. From his brother came a newly sharpened sword. His wife gave him a kiss, and his daughter's hugs were full of reason to return home safe.
So that's a lot of information packed in that intro there. Margaret is the matriarch of the family. Then John is going out on this quest. On this, looks like we're jumping in here. All right, movement, use, WASD. Okay. So we're running around. It looks like left mouse is that, and then it says left shift for a shield. We're seeing right down here in our corner. So okay, can we cut any of these plants? No. Alright, so excuse me, this is a an interesting environment. It looks like kind of everything looks like circuity, circuit boardy, whatever.
Rhea, a land long forgotten, a place of unimaginable beauty.
Is that okay? That's visually, it's really appealing. As I said, I don't know if that. Ooh, what's this? So it just activated when I got maybe some kind of waypoint or like a checkpoint. Yeah, I don't know if this aesthetic is just kind of design choice or if it actually plays into the story somehow, or just kind of artistic direction they took.
It first appeared as sludge given life, slithering creatures, small and vile.
Primary attack. John uses his sword to attack foes. Press left mouse to use your primary attack. Okay, which we know is this. Okay. So the one thing that I'm gonna have trouble with, that I just know in games like these, is the direction you attack has nothing to do with the direction you're moving. So for example, I can, be moving this way, and then attack kind of in the back. You'll see the arrow around the character shows me, kind of changes his position, which way I'm going to attack. So I can be facing down and then kind of move up. So that's interesting, and going to be one thing that's probably going to lead to me taking some damage unnecessarily at certain points. So these first enemies definitely aren't bad. They take about 2 slashes to get. They definitely swarm you. I don't think anything's hit me yet. Let's be careful not to... Okay, and then there was kind of a black sludge here that it looks like when I killed all the enemies, there is 1 slime left. When I killed them all, it went off, so that kind of blocks my progress. It looks like we've got some tougher guys, and now we're taking a little bit of damage, but it looks like we got some health potions here. So this looks like, I'm gonna guess, red for health. What does it say? Evade. Evade attacks at the right time to avoid incoming damage. The evade bar under a character's feet shows when they can evade. So that's this bar down here, and then press space to evade. Okay, yeah, and then so it fills up, flashes green, and I can use it. We'll try and get that. Evasion is another skill I lack. But we'll see what happens. This is going to be interesting. I have no idea how quickly this is all going to get too overwhelming for me. So yeah, I think these are health. I'm at full health still, so I'm not picking them up. Maybe they'll stick around in case we need to come back to them later. Okay, looks like another... I'm going to say these are checkpoints. And then if we die, we'll kind of restart there.
A wall,
I don't know that for sure.
impeding further progress. A battle was certain.
Okay. I like this narrator, though. Special ability. John has a special ability to use his shield to block incoming damage. Hold L shift to use your shield. Okay, we kind of had that. I'm gonna guess that, like other things, it's directional. Just shielding isn't gonna protect me 360 degrees. And yeah, you can see. So I'll try and use the shield when I can. We're definitely gonna need all this health. Okay, yeah, that's some health. I'll at least do quite a bit of refill, so we're back to full health. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit tricky for me. Let's see, interact. The Bergsons use their Shard of Life to cleanse corrupted objects. Press F to interact. Okay, so there's a lot of keys to do different things.
By light itself, the corruption abated, leaving the shard cold in hand, dark, in need of life.
Okay, so we can use the shard we were given by, I presume, our mom at the beginning to kind of dispel the evil barriers. Greater chests require a gemstone to open. Gemstones are found in different places, like this animal corpse. So this must be our gemstone count here in the corner. Oh, maybe this is the animal corpse. So F to interact. And a little gem came out of
the shard. Yeah,
we'll grab it. Okay.
Humming softly from the harnessed energy.
And then let's see, we can interact with this. Maybe this is that chest it's talking about. So let's press F. Yeah, we use the gemstone. And it releases Atar's Ignition, Divine Grace, damage enemies, burn and fire. F to pick up. Okay. New codex entry. That'll be interesting. A Divine Grace, a powerful item that aids you with the buff. Huh. Okay, so it's showing me C for tooltips. Must do that. Okay. I don't know how to use it if it's just a passive. It might be just a passive ability.
Before him was now one more dangerous than those that came before.
Okay. Skill point. Gain XP as you kill enemies. When reaching a certain amount of XP, you will gain a skill point. Okay, you can use skill points to upgrade your abilities in the skill tree. Press tab to open the skill tree. Okay, so that must be this bar down here. I thought it was for levels. So I guess instead of leveling up, we just get skill points because the level doesn't matter. Cool, so tab opens the skill tree. Gain a skill point when you gain enough XP. Press space to continue. Spend skill points to learn new skills. Space to continue. The selected abilities description can be seen on the right panel. Okay, so this would be Heaven's Strike. Call swords down from the heavens upon John's enemies. So it'll go from level 0 to level 1 with a damage increase of 150%. Okay. So we'll press space to unlock. Yes, let's unlock our skill. Cool. More skills become available to you as you spend your skill points. Press tab to close the skill tree. Okay, so I want to look at the skill tree though, just because I get curious. So it looks like as we spend more skills, these higher level ones open, but then we can spend on existing ones. So we'll come back and explore all that. Info, this shows our stats. Okay, I don't know what that means. I'm sure some of this is, as we go, is going to get more explained to us. Okay, and this is that codex where we opened got the Atar's Ignition in here. So, looks like there's a little bit of collection, things to do. Okay, let's keep going. So, I wonder, so we said this bottom here was our evade. I wonder if the top blue is like mana for our specials or something. Okay, another checkpoint. I don't want to wait until we get some enemies to kind of use it, but I would like to try and see what it does. Okay, so everything
Goblins A familiar threat, albeit farther out than usual.
Okay, now the school's skills on cooldown. So I'm trying to fight and read these things at once. So I think it doesn't look like that blue is the cooldown. The cooldown is actually over here in the corner. Ugh, that took a lot out of me. Let's go back and see if that last potion we had is still sitting around. Yes, okay, so that's good. I don't want to backtrack too far. I know there's a few more back there, but at some point we're gonna die, and that's just what's gonna happen. Okay, the other
Inherently violent and ill-bathed, the goblins were an unfocused, constant threat.
is I don't really know where we're going. There was no map, and so I don't know how much we might need to explore to find kind of all these items and different things. How much of it is just through kind of different playthroughs we'll get them.
Magnificent, but dangerous. A land of love found and of love lost.
Okay, so it zooms out a couple of times. I do like the narrator. He interrupts, obviously, while I'm talking. But if you were just playing this game, it kind of keeps this first part from being incredibly dull and just kind of like going from fight to fight. So this built-in tutorial piece kind of gives you a little hook, is engaging. I'm just kind of looking around and see if I'm missing anything.
Before him was sacred ground, left untouched in days gone by.
I'm assuming that's where I need to go. So yeah, there's this barrier here that I can't open. Oh, so this gate I can pass right through.
And collected, the shock of his heart-skipping beats was concealed in expert fashion. Before him stood Linda, his eldest daughter, with bow and quiver at the ready, determined to do her part.
Okay. So this is Linda, my daughter, apparently. I don't know if I have a new character I can play as, is what that means. Or what that does. She just tags along, maybe. Okay, maybe she's kind of my sidekick, does some extra damage. AI controlled or something. Okay, so this stone here gives us Electroclips. Divine Relic. Create a temporary aura that damages nearby enemies. So let's pick it up. I get a new codex entry. Okay, and now it looks like Q. We'll use that. Cool. And then it's got 30-second cooldown. So it doesn't last long. Looks like that barrier went away. So that was just a plot device barrier to get me there. So that's interesting. So what's the difference between the item that we got earlier and this stone? Do we know? Because I don't know. Okay. I'm sure we'll figure that out. So, investigate the path of the gods. I guess this is where we're going. Let's just keep going. Yeah, so she's just gonna shoot at things while I fight. Okay. A divine relic, a gift from the gods. Use it in a fight to turn the tide in your favor. Press Q to unleash. So, that one's nice if I'm getting swarmed. We can definitely unleash that. Because it's going to damage everybody in that sphere. It does have quite a cooldown, though. So we'll see. I don't know if that's something we can upgrade that skill. How that's gonna go. Let's kind of keep going. So before we got from a deer, we got a shard, but it looks like this guy's corrupted, so we can't recharge on that guy. Okay. So I'm just taking my time, going
Before
kind
the
of slow.
Guardians were not beasts feeding, but monsters consuming, destroying others. They corrupted and distorted, creating even more hungry husks.
Okay, so this is where they're coming from. They're doing some kind of ritual to create more bad guys. Let's do that. You are dying. Okay. Oh, no, we're full health. Okay. Must have had enough health potions drop. Also, my daughter shooting things is really helpful. It makes me not quite as terrible. Okay, so we've got a couple living here. And that's what I talk about. I'm saying it. Luckily, she's here to assist me. Uh-oh.
Both father and daughter gathered their thoughts, their hearts heavier than before. How would they explain what they had witnessed?
Alright, so I unlocked an achievement. Hooray! So that might be the first chapter, might just be a
The
prologue.
ancient tree had been cut down. Together, father and daughter described the horror, the creatures dripping with decay that slithered into bodies stuck between life and death to bolster their ranks. Grandma Margaret confirmed what they all feared. It was the corruption, a cruel entity spoken of only with hushed voices, an ocean of darkness that flowed from the top of Mount Morta. And the Bergsons' duty was to stand against this devouring deluge of death. Kevin was also eager to do his part in the family's fight, especially when his older brother Mark was off somewhere. He was as much a guardian of their mountain home as any of them. She stood. If they were to reach the summit and destroy this evil, as the Bergsons of old had done in the past, they would need the assistance of the sanctuary. Given to the Bergsons by Rhea herself, the sanctuary was a gateway to the mysterious lands around the mountain. Margaret pointed to the huge crystal at the center of the den, revealing their next task: to activate it and open the way to the source of the corruption. And once Rhea's 3 spirits are gathered on the grounds, the only gate to the top of Mount Morta will open in this chamber. By himself, or with the assistance of those who loved him, John needed to gather the 3 spirits from their lands. Without them, he would not be able to stem the flow of the corruption.
Okay, so we're back to, oh, it's like a level choice screen. So if I'm understanding what we were told, there's going to be these 3 gateways to these 3 lands that we have to defeat to open the gateway to the final boss, or the final level. So Keldeepo Caves. So I'm going to say that was the prologue. And then each of these are the 3 parts. However, I want to see what we can do if we return home. I'm always more interested in kind of exploring options. Okay, and kind of seeing what we have at home base. So we've got a library. And we can go to chapter select. That looks like about it right now. I don't see anything outside the house. I'm thinking this is just for... There's a training grounds, though. This might just be for some aesthetics. There might be some more things. I'm thinking as we progress or we get more things, we'll open more stuff to do with this house, kind of in between missions or as we relaunch. So the library is just the codex, yeah, as I thought. Okay, so the one was a divine grace, and the other one's a divine relic. So it looks like I can have at least one of each. I wasn't sure if it was going to get replaced when we picked it up or not. Oh, and here we have our family tree, if we want to know more about the Bergsons. Looks like they're just in alphabetical order, so it's not really a tree so much. I'll read this sometime on my own. I won't bore you guys to death with this. So yeah, let's go into chapter select. And let's try the Kilpigo Caves.
Must be here, or she needs to be found.
So we'll start in the Silk Caverns. 1 of 3. Their webs litter the ground, walls, and ceilings. So probably gonna fight some spiders. Okay, cool. So we've got 2 characters to choose from. Looks like we can get joined here, have a multiplayer session, and then maybe as we get through things we can recruit more heroes, or family members I should say, to join us. So I'm going to be John, just because I'm kind of used to him, and but we could also be Linda, who has skill level 0. So it looks like we can kind of level them all up independently. So let's go as John.
A celestial shard, chipped directly from the ancient crystal in the sanctuary. It would be the Bergsons' lifeline, a tether to pull them back home before death's fateful whisper.
Alright, so it looks like that's the plot device of how I don't actually die. So then I can, I guess, retry the levels. Alright. Silk Caverns, 1 of 2.
Filling the winding tunnels of the silk-covered caves, the acrid taste of poison lingered in the air. Spiders. Linda told herself it was only target practice. As she readied her bow, they must find the spirit deep within the caves.
So now we have a map up here. So kind of switch, opens a door. I don't know where Linda went. My assistant daughter, and so that's kind of sad. I liked having her around last time. If we go tab, you can see the map. Okay. And we'll kind of explore around a little bit. Looks like there's another panel. I don't want to open too many doors and get swarmed, because we don't have any of the artifacts or the things we had last time. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is start to die. Okay, so there's traps on the ground. That's good to know. Need to watch our whole surroundings. These spiders are definitely killing me. We're grabbing some gold from them. Don't know if there's shops in the levels or if that's something when we get back home that we can deal with. Okay, we can open those pots. Let's step on the switch. I also don't know if these levels are pre-mapped or procedurally generated. So that's something else to be just aware of, kind of figure out as we go. And see, okay, looks like there's a chest there. We had a shard, and it's just a lot of gold. Okay. Oh, gained a skill point. Awesome. So I think this is some kind of combo we've got going on at the bottom. So if I think it was activated by killing 10 enemies in a short time frame, and then it looked like every kill upped our count and extended the timer on that. So, I'm not sure what the mechanic of that does. We're gonna die here real soon, which is fine. I kind of want to know what happens when we die. So, we'll find out. I mean, no guarantees. I'm not going to die on purpose. Okay, so we don't have a shard. Yep, we need to go get another gemstone if we want to open that. Earlier on, something just dropped a gemstone when we defeated it, I believe. So, it looks like if I get out of battle, I keep regenning to 22 health. Which is kind of an interesting mechanic and is letting me stay alive. So as long as I'm able to take less than 22 damage in these things. Now, what is this? I have no idea. It looks evil. I'm not able to do anything with it right now. Again, and maybe that might be, I don't want to speculate too much. That regen to 22 might be just part of the difference between kind of normal and hard mode. So, just keep exploring here. Oh, you have found the finish room portal. Press and hold T to teleport back to it from anywhere on this floor. Okay, so that is our ending. So then we're allowed to go and explore around, it looks like. And then if we press T, we can kind of quickly exit the level. So I want to try and explore all this stuff. I'm trying to see, these look like secret cave entrances or something. We did have one more chest. I do like that the chest shows up on the map up here, so we can keep trying to or keep track of it. Okay, getting a lot of gold. So enemies don't drop as much health as they did kind of in that prologue, is the one thing I noticed. But we've survived at 22 health for quite a bit of time, pretty reasonably here. So, oh, what is this? Okay, just a treasure trove or something. Some gold stuck in decaying body.
A treasure rested above them, locked behind chance and memory. They needed to place foot upon stone. If silence reigned, they could continue on. But if alarms were to ring, they had to begin anew.
Huh, okay. So there's some kind of pattern, it looks like, to defeat this. It activates, summons some monsters, so that's fun. Okay. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I don't know if this pattern's gonna be consistent, if we just kind of guessed and brute forced it right now. I have no idea. So, throw an explosive that inflicts fire damage. Okay, cool. So, we've done pretty good here. Let's finish off the rest of this. So, it looks like I haven't found another gemstone anywhere. Either I'm missing something to open that other chest, or we may want to decide to wait and kind of explore before we open chests, because at this point I don't have enough gems in the level to open this one, right? It requires a gemstone. And then there was this weird spooky dookie head guy here that I don't know what he did. Well, let's go through the exit here. Oh, what does this do? Does this send us down? So this takes us to the next level. Okay, so I didn't grab whatever was over there. I thought that was the end and was going to take us on, and so I may have messed up, which is fine. We're learning as we go.
The Bergson began to slip away, wondering if this was death.
So there we died. We got almost a 10-minute run, killed 150 enemies, gathered some morve, which looks like gold to me, got a gemstone, and healed some points. So we get a little post-run summary.
They gasped for air as the celestial shard brought them back, a sensation no hero could become accustomed to.
And then we regenerated it. Cool.
As she heard John and Linda describe their foray, thoughts rushed through Margaret's head. The corruption had amplified the creature's wickedness, and no longer were they part of the harmony of the Rhea. With the new threats looming, Margaret asked Ben to prepare his workshop. He would have to take charge of enhancing the warrior family's weapons and armor.
Uncle Ben can upgrade and enhance the Bergson's equipment.
Uncle Ben reached out to the familiar warmth of the forge. If they were to reach the top of Mount Morta, their equipment would need to be of the highest quality.
So Ben's workshop is now unlocked. The Bergsons can upgrade their gear to grow stronger. Uncle Ben used his morph to upgrade the entire family's weapons and armor, increasing their main attributes. Family attribute. These are the family's main attributes. Attribute description. Alright. And then press space on unavailable to upgrade. So we're going to upgrade our armor. And it sounds like this gets applied to every character as we select on one. So they told us to upgrade armor. We went up to got our health, which I guess is armor. I feel like armor would reduce damage, but who am I to say? So this is interesting. I like the roguelike aspects. I like kind of improving my characters as I go. And I like that the workshop does it for seemingly each character. So you're leveling individual characters' unique skills and then the family's common attributes at once. So that's cool. Alright, so they're gonna tell us something else. Nope. Okay. As we said, it looks like as we keep going, more things are gonna open up. I'm not sure if I can talk to these people. Let's find out.
She knew where it was coming from. Her ancestors had spoken of such corruption flooding down the mountain. But Grandma Margaret wanted to know what it was, and what needed to be done to destroy it.
Yeah, so looks like it gives us some narrative elements here. So we're gonna stop here. We did the prologue, kind of got our first look at the first level, and we'll come back next time. We'll keep going through, we'll upgrade some stuff, we'll see how far we can get. So far, I like it. It's been interesting, and it definitely appeals to me on the roguelike aspects. So the difficulty's not too bad. Looks like I can pretty easily get stronger as we go, and we'll see what else we unlock in future episodes. So thanks for joining, guys. If you can like and subscribe, add any comments, if you have any recommendations, things you want me to try, think I would enjoy, or want me to try because you think I'd absolutely hate them, leave us a comment, let us know. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.